If you have an interest in history and love embarking on journeys through the magical world of cinema, you are in the right place. We have compiled for you a selection of the most captivating and immersive historical films that we believe you absolutely must watch. These films do not merely lift the veil on the dusty pages of the past, they also transport you straight into the atmosphere of their respective eras. If you have watched the films on this list, do not forget to share your favorites in the comments. And what about the ones you think are missing? If you have any suggestions, we would love to hear them. If you are ready, let us take a step together into the fascinating world of history. We are kicking off our list of the best history-themed films with a movie that, despite being controversial, remains underrated for its visual spectacle and epic storytelling. 10,000 Years Before Christ. Set in the Stone Age, the film tells the story of Dlé, a young hunter who embarks on a journey to rescue the woman he loves after she is taken from his tribe. Along the way, he encounters prehistoric creatures, gigantic mammoths, and a mysterious civilization, ultimately being drawn into a great battle. The film contained numerous historical inaccuracies, as the civilizations depicted did not actually exist in 10,000 years before Christ. However, it garnered significant attention for its stunning visual effects and grand, adventurous narrative. In the 9th spot on our list, we have a heartbreaking masterpiece where a father turns life into a game to shield his son from the darkness of war. Life is Beautiful. Guido, a Jewish father, is sent to a Nazi concentration camp with his son during the Second World War. To prevent his son from feeling fear or understanding the horrors around them, he transforms their nightmarish reality into a playful game. Despite the terrible truths of war, this unforgettable film tells a story of hope, love, and the resilience of the human spirit. The film won 3 Academy Awards: Best Actor, Best Foreign Language Film, and Best Original Score. Lead actor and director Roberto Benigni made history at the Oscar ceremony when, in a moment of pure joy, he jumped onto the seats as he made his way to the stage to accept his award. In the 8th spot on our list, we have an epic film that magnificently brings Japan's ancient samurai tradition to the big screen, The Last Samurai. Set in the 1870s Japan, the film follows Nathan Algren, an American officer hired by the Japanese Empire to help modernize its military by training soldiers to fight against the samurai. However, after being captured, Algren becomes fascinated by the samurai way of life and, over time, chooses to stand by them, fighting alongside them in their struggle for honor. For the film's intense battle scenes, Tom Cruise underwent an 8-month sword training regimen. Additionally, due to a mistimed move by a stuntman during filming, Cruise had a near-death experience, barely escaping a serious accident. In the 7th spot on our list, we have a gripping and breathtaking film that takes viewers deep into the heart of the ancient Maya civilization, Apocalypto. Set during the era of the Maya civilization, the film follows Jaguar Paw, a peaceful tribesman whose village is brutally attacked. Captured by Maya warriors, he is taken to their city to be sacrificed. However, he manages to escape and embarks on a relentless fight to save his pregnant wife and child. The entire film was shot in the Maya language, and all actors were either locals or amateur performers. Additionally, for the sake of realism, instead of using CGI, the production employed a massive army of real extras to create the film's large-scale battle scenes. In the 6th spot on our list, we have a grand and epic film about one of the greatest commanders in world history, Alexander. The film tells the story of Alexander the Great, one of the most brilliant military minds of all time. It presents an epic journey from his childhood to his conquest of the Persian Empire, his campaign in India, and his untimely death at a young age. The film not only showcases his strategic genius on the battlefield, but also delves into the tumultuous aspects of his personal life. Director Oliver Stone boldly portrayed Alexander's sexuality, which led to censorship in certain countries. Additionally, with a staggering $155 million budget, it was one of the most expensive films of its time. In our video, we have arrived at the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And in 5th place, we have one of the most haunting films in cinema history, an emotionally devastating masterpiece based on a true story, Schindler's List. This film, adapted from real events, tells the story of Oskar Schindler, a German businessman who saved 1,100 Jewish lives from extermination camps during the Second World War. Exposing the horrifying reality of Nazi Germany, The film is widely regarded as an unforgettable testament to human compassion and sacrifice. The film won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Director for Steven Spielberg. During filming, Spielberg admitted to breaking down in tears every day due to the overwhelming emotional weight of the story, and he remained in a deeply melancholic state throughout the production. In 4th place on our list, we have a legendary film that has become an epic symbol of courage and sacrifice. 300. Facing the overwhelming army of Persian King Xerxes, King Leonidas and his 300 Spartan warriors stand their ground at the Battle of Thermopylae, displaying unparalleled bravery and unwavering defiance. Directed by Zack Snyder, the film's highly stylized, comic book-inspired visuals give its battle sequences an intensely dramatic and larger-than-life feel. To achieve their incredibly sculpted physiques, the actors underwent a grueling 4-hour daily training regimen. Additionally, the film's iconic "This is Sparta" line has cemented itself as one of the most legendary moments in cinematic history. In 3rd place on our list, we have yet another unforgettable masterpiece, Gladiator. When Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius' loyal general, Maximus, is betrayed by the corrupt usurper Commodus, his family is murdered, and he is cast into slavery. Forced into the brutal world of gladiatorial combat, Maximus rises through the ranks, fighting his way back to Rome in a quest for vengeance and justice. The film won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. During filming, Russell Crowe suffered serious injuries and was even accidentally cut on the face with a real sword in one scene. Additionally, Joaquin Phoenix, who portrayed Commodus, nearly suffocated for real during a particularly intense scene. And in 2nd place on our list, the legendary epic, Troy. Adapted from Homer's Iliad, this magnificent film brings the Trojan War and the story of Achilles, one of the most iconic figures in the history of warfare, to the silver screen. The war, sparked by Paris, Prince of Troy, abducting Helen, Queen of Sparta, becomes a centuries-old legend interwoven with betrayal, heroism, and fate. Brad Pitt's portrayal of Achilles required incredible physical preparation for the battle scenes. Ironically, however, Pitt suffered a real-life Achilles tendon injury during filming and had to take a break. With its breathtaking battle sequences, powerful performances, and epic atmosphere, Troy is a masterpiece that history-themed cinema lovers should not miss. A timeless film, it continues to captivate audiences with its grand warfare and unforgettable characters. Now, we've arrived at the undisputed champion of our list, Braveheart. Set in 13th century Scotland, the film tells the story of the legendary warrior William Wallace, who leads a rebellion against the oppression of the English. Fighting for his own freedom and that of his people, Wallace becomes the leader of a resistance movement that etches itself into history. The film won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. However, many of the events depicted were largely exaggerated and dramatized, according to historians. For example, the kilt worn by Wallace was not actually used by the Scots during that period. For me, this film remains the greatest masterpiece of all time. It will hold its place at the top until something better comes along, though whether that will ever happen, I honestly don't know. If there's anyone among you who still hasn't seen it, don't let its age fool you. Find it and watch it immediately. Because some films transcend time, defy the years, and leave a lasting mark, living on in the mind. Braveheart is precisely such a legendary work. And so, as Find the Light channel, we have compiled the most impressive historical films made up to 2025 for you. These masterpieces bring to the silver screen human stories shaped in the shadow of wars, tales of courage, sacrifice, and events that shaped history. Of course, there are many more historical stories waiting to be told in the world of cinema. You can share your favorite film and the productions you think should be on this list in the comments below. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and turn on notifications. As Find the Light, we will continue to produce the highest quality and most engaging content for you. Until the next video, take care and stay tuned with love. History lives not just in books, but also in the stories we watch. And remember, keep exploring with us.